What were the repercussions of being a rebellious youngster, an arrogant priest, or an adult in Aztec society? They had a very sophisticated law system where everybody saw their day in court. But they also had the harshest of punishments for ordinary crimes. Welcome to our channel, and today let's find out what punishment was like in the Aztec Empire. From 1325 to 1521, the Aztecs inhabited the Valley of Mexico. They were very well organized and had strict laws and rules that nobody could break. Let's discover what they were and how they might be dealt with. Most crime was dealt with locally. Aztec crime and punishment jurisdiction was swift and local, making it efficient and effective. Senior warriors in the area were the judges, while more serious crimes were tried in the capital city of Tenochtitlan in the Tecalco court. The emperor's palace was sometimes used for the most serious crimes, with the emperor himself being the judge. Many crimes warranted the death sentence. Punishment was severe for a range of crimes, including homicide, perjury, rape, abortion, highway robbery, moving boundary markers, serious defamation of character, destruction of crops, selling stolen property, weight and measure fraud, witchcraft, incest, official graft, pederasty, inciting a public disturbance, sedition, treason, desertion or insubordination by soldiers, use of the emperor's insignia, and serious judicial misconduct. Theft was a particularly serious crime, with the death penalty for theft from merchants, theft from a temple, theft of arms or military insignia, and theft of more than 20 ears of corn. Adultery was punishable by death, both for the guilty couple and those who were aware of the offense and failed to report it. Public drunkenness was also punishable by death for younger people, but elders over 70 were permitted to consume alcohol without consequence. Hard and fast laws developed later. A common system of law was most fully formed in the city-state of Texcoco under its ruler Nezahualcoyotl, despite the fact that many punishments were determined by groups of city warriors or elders in a local court 1402 to 1472. It was legalistic in that certain sorts of evidence were used to decide cases, disregarding the socio-economic status of the parties concerned. The 80 written rules that made up the law demanded harsh, publicly enforced penalties, which in turn established a legal framework for social control. Children could be sentenced to death. Children under the age of 10 were legally unable to commit criminal acts, but were still expected to respect and obey their parents. If they failed to do so, the court could order punishments such as beatings, disinheritance, or even death. It was even harsher for children of nobility, who could be sentenced to death for being disrespectful, cowardly, or wasteful. Prisoners of war were treated viciously. The Aztecs had a variety of ways of killing prisoners of war, including slowly cooking them in a bonfire, thrusting them in and out of the fire repeatedly, and cutting out their hearts with obsidian blades. A simpler approach was to lay the prisoner on a sacrificial stone, cut open their chest with an obsidian blade, and pull out their heart. Captured warriors were often revered by the Aztecs and were often given a soldier's death. They were tied to a rock and given a flattened club to defend themselves against an Aztec fighter. If the captive warrior won, they were often given their freedom. The Aztecs also employed a type of firing squad, where the condemned would be tied in a standing position between two posts and a white spot painted onto their heart. Female victims had a different experience, being treated as goddesses before being beheaded later. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.